Alright everyone, so in this video we're going to be making a delicious and simple apple crumble. It'll be very easy to make. You'll have it ready in around 30 minutes. So we'll start cooking. So to begin, you're gonna need 3 medium to big apples or 4 medium to small apples. My apples are pretty small, so I'm going to be using 4 of them. So you can have them peeled or unpeeled. I like it with all the skin, so I'm just gonna cut them up and start putting it in the mold. I have my 4 apples here, and what I'm going to do is, you can have them sliced or cubed. I like them cubed because I like biting into big chunks, but you can have them sliced as well. Well, normally apples, to cut them up and everything, and I mean it doesn't take a long while, but it takes some time. But I learned a new trick where I can just snap my fingers and the apples are done. You know, to have different textures, and some peeled, some not, to have some variety. So now, all you're going to do is very simple. Just put all your apples into a bowl. Make sure they all fit. And once you have them all in your lovely bowl, you are going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of some sugar. And this one is optional, but I really prefer it. You add some cinnamon or allspice, that's what I like to add. And then just a dash of maple syrup. It'll really sweeten it and add some flavor. Now, this, we're just going to move it around. You don't really have to put your hands or anything, just make sure it's all put in correctly. And once you see it's all spread out, you're going to put this into a bowl. This bowl, put it in, and your apples are done. Now we have the apples, but we need the crumble. Now, it's not as complicated as it seems. You're going to grab another bowl, and to this, you're going to add around 300 milliliters, or it's around 150 grams of refined oats. You're also going to put in around you are also going to put in around 100 grams of whole oats to have some texture. Make sure it's mixed up. And we're going to add around 1 cup of just regular flour. Now that we have all of our dries, we're going to mix it. You can put your hands in as long as you've washed them first. So we're going to mix all the flours. Now already we have a good mixture, but to make it a crumble, since it's all dry, I'm going to add 100 grams of butter. This is what's going to combine it all. So you add 100 grams of unsalted or salted butter. You're going to add 100 grams of butter into it. Try to cut it into multiple small pieces, because since it's gonna be mixed by hand, it'll be easier if you have it like that. Now, once you have all your butter cut up, 100 grams of it, you put it all into the flour mixture. Now, what you're gonna do here is very simple, but you have to mix it all. Now, we don't want completely mixed. You're not gonna put it into a food processor or a blender, because we want some variation in the chunks of the crumble as well. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab from the bottom and lift to the top, right? And the butter will start holding on to some pieces. While that happens, you can break the butter into smaller pieces once it's in there. All you have to do is you break the butter, just continue lifting flour up. Now what this is gonna do is make sure the butter moves around, and while it does, it's going to stick to some parts or dry ingredients. While that happens, you can see it's already starting to form, but some clumps of flour is going to stick to the butter, and this will be crumbly bits. Personally, I like the maple syrup, so I'm gonna add just a splash of it. And then, once again, we're going to continue mixing this up. You can also try to do like that, like we did with the apples. Try and mix everything up if you don't want to get your hands dirty over the spoon. But the most efficient way really is just put your hands in, as I said. Just mix everything around. Doesn't matter if they get dirty, because you can just clean them later. And once you see it starts to clump, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add around 100 grams of sugar, and just about that. You can measure it again, but we're gonna just continue mixing. Now that we finally have our crumble, we're going to grab our apples in the bowl we had, and we're just gonna put it all over it. Now, if some gets under, that's okay, but try to have it over, because that's where the crumble will cook better. So just try to spread it out evenly, and add all of your crumble mixture into your container. Now, if you did a larger recipe, just obviously use a larger container. But once you have something like that, it is ready to put in the oven. So what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna put this in the oven for 180 Celsius, and we're gonna leave it for 35 to 40 minutes until we see that the brown at the top of crumble is starting to get a sort of brown color. So we put it in, now we wait. Editor, I forgot to film the crumble while it cooked. So could you do like a clock ticking or something to represent time is passing? I got you. Thank you so much. 40 minutes have passed, and now it's time to take it out of the oven. Pull it right out. And there we have it. A delicious, easy apple crumble. It takes less than an hour to make. Extremely easy, and well, if you try it out, you'll see how delicious it is. So if you want more recipes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.